Hey y'all, it is December the 31st, 2017, and it's cold as hell, as you can imagine. Global warming done got us, and it is cold as all hell. Here in Big Spring, Texas, if it rains at all, it's gonna be snow. Over here in Big Spring, Texas, I understand a lot of people incurring what's called an Arctic blast of some sort. Anyways, there's a video I had to put out right now to let y'all know. I have to let y'all know a couple of things, actually. Number one is, for whatever reason, my technology is failing me, and every single video which I upload for some reason takes 3.5 hours to render, and this is the reason why y'all have not been seeing a flurry of videos like I had promised earlier. There is still a flurry of videos. However, uploading them seems to be damn near impossible. We're going to have to figure that out. Anyways, you're probably seeing this here video at least at nighttime. Perhaps later on, because I imagine everybody's going to be celebrating and bringing in the new year. Like I've been saying, Happy New Year, and be safe out there, you know what I mean? Safety first. All right. But also, here's what I want to talk to y'all about real quick in this video. As many of y'all are already aware, a discussion had took place. I don't know if it was spontaneous or what. I just happened to catch it, jumped on board. A discussion took place last night in regards to the progress, not only the progress, but the celebration of the life of Caitlin Nicole Davis and how beautiful it was. All right. Got us to thinking about all sort of things to include progress. All right, so in regards to progress, many things were discussed to include the idea of a constitution. As I had mentioned in the broadcast, and as I've mentioned before in subsequent videos, each and every movement, and from what I've seen in my personal experience, is doomed for failure. Each and every one. Every single one. Every last movement that I've ever seen has failed or is failing right now. All right? Except for and aside from the ones who either A, have a leader, meaning one leader, or B, have a constitution of some sort in which to guide the movement, because every single movement needs guidance, obviously. All right? So, that being said, I thought to myself, I live in America, much like many of y'all, and some people actually live abroad who are highly invested in this situation. But, I said, I live in America, and if there's one thing that America has taught me, there's one thing that Caitlin Nicole has taught me, well, it's a lot of things, but it would be that if you want it done, if you want something done, then go ahead and do it. So, and with that in spirit and with that in mind, I went ahead and I wrote up what you might call a rough draft, perhaps a template, if you will, to a constitution as had been discussed. All right. I went ahead and I took the liberty today. Well, I had nothing to do. It's very, very, very cold outside. And so I've been inside for most of the day. While I had that opportunity, I went ahead and I wrote up a rough draft to this constitution. I went ahead and I got the ball rolling, and I just wanted to let everybody out there know what I plan and envision to take place in regards to this rough draft that I wrote up. What I'm going to subsequently do is send what I have, the rough draft to a constitution, to Rod Stark, who I think everybody would agree is probably the best proofreader that we have, to our arsenal, would be Rod Stark. And I'm going to go ahead and I had to get his email, just so you know, Rod, I'm going to have to get your email and stuff. You're going to have to give that to me, and I'll send you the rough draft to where you can proofread it. Now, what I'm envisioning is that everybody who participated in last night's conversation, but also to include others who were not there, will be sent uh, a rough draft. Like, Rod Stark will get the rough draft. He'll make sure to proofread it, but not only that, also to interject what he sees fit into the Constitution. I want this to be a whole process. Now, I personally have drawn up a preamble and all sort of things, like the actual, what I feel should be this is, if you will, the first 10 amendments of the Constitution. I wrote up certain main ideas for what should be upheld as far as the Constitution in regards to the Caitlin Nicole Davis movement. Right? Rod Stark, like I said, is expected to proofread it, but not only that, perhaps lend more ideas for the goals and aspirations of the Caitlin Nicole Davis movement, and also to raise objections where he sees fit as far as what I or others also, you know what I'm saying, volunteer into the fray, if you will. Basically, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to send a rough draft to Rod Stark. He's going to proofread it and lend some ideas on how to change it and edit it. And I know, grammatically speaking, there's probably going to be a lot of changes has to be made to it. Rod Stark will do that, and then he'll send that copy to somebody else. I'm not sure how we're going to decide who else, and we're going to run it through that person, see what they think, see what changes they want to make. We're going to take that and run it through somebody else until everybody has an opportunity to look at what has been drawn up and make suggestions as far as alterations. When everybody gets a chance to look at it and it's gone through the rounds, hopefully expediently, once it's gotten a chance to do that, what I envision is perhaps coming together and doing another broadcast in which we can all come together all at one time and discuss the different aspects of what should be adopted by the Constitution and what should not be adopted by the Constitution. Just in the idea of furthering our progress, ensuring justice, ensuring all sort of protection from all sort of violations that we see coming from every which way. All right. So I envision it coming together after the process of everybody proofreading the Constitution and changing it how they see fit and altering it. Everybody will have a copy, their own specific copy at that point of what they think the Constitution should be. All right. We'll all have an idea of what we agree upon as far as the Constitution and what we might disagree upon and what we might have to find commonplace in. All right. We'll all have an idea at that point coming to the table, and then we'll get together and have some sort of formal maybe meeting. All right. Much like the birth of America, have a formal meeting in which we actually go ahead and agree upon in each other's presence what exactly the Constitution will consist of. And at that point, anybody who goes against the Constitution that has been agreed upon in regards to Caitlin Nicole Davis's story, her legacy, her thirst for justice, the thirst of justice that follows her. All right, it will be very plain and easy to see who is going against the movement and who is for the movement. It will be all too plain to see, and thereby what that will do is ensure a certain amount of efficiency going forth. We will no longer have to deal with elements that really are, by all means, irrelevant. If y'all know what I mean. Anyways, Happy New Year's. Safety first out there. You know what I'm saying? I worry about y'all. Let's all celebrate life and how beautiful it can be. And later on, we're going to come together and figure out ways in which we can help others also succeed in life and also be peaceful and content and also have happiness and success in untold, unimaginable ways. All right. Anyways, it is December the 31st, 2017. It's the last broadcast of 2017. I'll holler at y'all in an even crazier type of year. I'll holler at y'all later.